All right, and now we are going over to Chicago. Now, you've probably seen Chicago on the news lately because the Trump administration is talking about sending, actually, I think they already have deployed National Guard and major ICE reinforcements to Chicago. But now we're talking about infrastructure. So we're talking about $2.1 billion that has been put on pause for the Chicago area in regards to infrastructure. Let's see what's going on in the Windy City.
Of dollars for Chicago's infrastructure projects are now frozen.
Trump administration announcing that decision today comes a day after President Trump threatened to use the government shutdown to cut federal funding to democratically run states and cities. Jewel Hillary is live in the Lakeview neighborhood with more on this. Jewel.
Hi, good afternoon, Pat and Lourdes. According to a memo from the U.S. Department of Transportation, the federal government is pausing $2.1 billion from the city based on alleged race-based contracting. According to the DOT, that's the remaining amount of federal funding allocated for major CTA projects. One of them is the Red Line extension, set to add 4 stops to underserved communities on the south side. The other is the Red and Purple Line modernization project, a multi-year project that is nearly complete and expected to offer fewer delays, more efficient service, and relieve overcrowding. On X, President Trump's Office of Management and Budget Director shared a post saying the L projects have been put on hold to ensure funding is not flowing via race-based contracting. The DOT says it issued a policy this week barring race and sex-based contracting requirements from federal grants, and that the Red Purple Line projects are under administrative review to determine whether any unconstitutional practices are occurring. During an event in Lakeview that just wrapped up, Mayor Brandon Johnson commented on this news.
Oh, this is another example of how deranged this president is and how fixated he is on, removing opportunities away from Black and brown and Asian and working class communities.
We have reached out to the CTA to get their comments on this, but have not heard back yet. Also, Mayor Johnson says he will fight the administration's decision, and that could include filing lawsuits. Additionally, today's announcement comes on the heels of the White House announcing that it's withholding $8 billion for clean energy projects in blue states, including here in Illinois. Reporting live on the north side, I'm Jewel Hillary.
So there you have it, guys. You see, it is all political. Now, let me know what you think down in the comments about this. Do you think it is right for the Trump administration to withhold funding based on race, sex, and other types of contracts? Because when I was in the military, we did have that thing. When I was in the Marines, I actually had the government credit card. And when it came to contractors, you did show preference to female and minority-owned businesses. So do you guys think that is a valid reason for the Trump administration to withhold this funding, or is the president just playing politics here? Now, we know that Mayor Brandon Johnson is definitely not a fan of Donald Trump. They've been having a back and forth over the past several months about what's going on in Chicago. And this is just the latest spat between Chicago, Illinois, and the White House. But yeah, what it looks like is that the federal government is using this government shutdown to cancel or withhold funds from a lot of blue states and blue cities. And we're going to see how long this lasts. So let's see. We got one more project, this time in probably the bluest state in the country, where funds have been diverted. Let's take a look at that one.